Why am I interested in working for Huddle? Huddle calls itself the team behind the team, and that's exactly why it pulls me. I've spent my entire life in sports, mostly as a player and now as a coach at Faith Family Academy, and I know firsthand the difference the right tools to make for a team. I've actually been on both sides of your product. I've built my highlight tapes on Huddle in high school, and today I use Huddle's performance tracking system, the Huddle Titan, to keep track of my players and their development and growth. And I also use it myself as a player for my semi-professional team. It's a product I already trust and use to help athletes get better. What excites me about the SDR role is that it is getting to bring the same thing to other coaches and programs and helping to see their game a bit differently than they maybe have before. I am drawn to work that actually serves the people on the other end, and Huddle is built around that, around serving teams, players, and families, hoping to get to that next level. And that alignment is why this company is who I want to start my career with. Why sales as a career choice? Well, honestly, I've been selling for years now. I just wouldn't call it that. At Vanta, a pickup rooftop place, and at Toka, where I was a one-on-one soccer trainer, I was selling memberships to players and to families. At Faith Family Academy, where I work now, I built a recruiting brochure for the girls program that I was with and used it at a global youth soccer tournament called Dallas Cup to recruit or to sell our program to the potential girls that we wanted on our team. And what I learned is that good selling isn't pushing something onto someone, but it's more of understanding what they actually need and connecting them to the right solution. My selling coursework that I have done in my undergrad as well in Foundations of Selling and Communication gave me a framework for that, but coaching has given me the instinct. Sales fits how I am wired. It rewards discipline, competitiveness, and building relationships. All the things that I have grown up with, especially in athletics. I like that in sales, your effort is visible and the scoreboard is honest. However much you put in is what you'll get out. And I genuinely enjoy the conversations. Helping someone get to a yes that's actually good for them and feels a lot like coaching. That's why I want to build my career here and not just take a job in it. Do I have a career plan, a short-term and a long-term goal? I do. Short-term, over the next 1 to 3 years, my goal is to become excellent in my SDR role, master Huddle's sales process, consistently hit my numbers, moreover exceed my numbers, and earn my way to an account executive seat where I'm owning deals end to end. I want to become genuinely skilled at this craft, not just competent. Long term, maybe in about 4 to 6 years, I want to grow into sales leadership, the kind of representative who trains and develops the people coming up behind me, which honestly feels a lot like coaching, something that I would consider myself proficient and excelling in. I'm someone who thinks in terms of building something over time and not just chasing the next thing. I know the sales skills I develop here is one of the most valuable skills a person can build. And I want to build it somewhere that I actually believe in the mission. So my plan is to invest real time here and contribute at a high level and grow with the company. A goal that was personally challenging, and what helped you succeed? This summer, I set a goal to keep straight A's while working and traveling and whatever else I had to do this summer, including taking 2 5-week courses where a semester's worth of material was compressed into 5 weeks. The challenge was time and discipline. I had to manage my hours carefully and give up leisure and time with friends to get assignments done and stick to my study plans. And I didn't always feel motivated. So that led me to develop a different mindset. When I didn't feel motivated to start study, I started asking a different question. Instead of I have to do this, I'd ask, what do I get to learn? What am I going to apply after I learn the material that I have to do this week? That curiosity mindset and treating the work as something I get to do rather than I have to do kept me consistent even when I was tired or traveling or just didn't feel like it. I am 1 week from finishing the term and I am still on track for that straight A goal. What it reminded me is that I don't need to feel motivated to perform. I need habits and the right mindset. That's exactly how I had approached the daily grind of this SDR role. What makes me the best candidate? 3 things I would say. First, I've already done this work and I'm still doing this work. I've sold memberships at Vanta and Toka, and I've been recruiting families to Faith Family Academy. So I'm not learning what sales is on your clock. Secondly, I'm trained in consultative selling. I've learned about the SPIN methodology, and so I can run a real discovery conversation from day one instead of spending a whole quarter learning the basics. And third, which I believe is the most important, is I am a coach and a player selling to coaches and players. I speak your customer's language, so I can build trust on a call in seconds, and I've been the person on the other end, so I know what questions to expect. I know the posting refers to 1 to 2 years of experience, which I don't formally have yet, but the experience I have already is a stand-in for 2 things: someone who produces early and someone the buyer trusts. My internships and my years in sports give me both of those without the long ramp. I'm choosing Huddle on purpose, and I'll bring everything I have to it. And I am super excited to get started.